Okay, we're going to go ahead and get back started again. But before we continue on hearing our Cohort 24 members, we have asked one of our former Venture Lab alums to come back and provide everyone with an update. So I'm really pleased to introduce Michael Ragsdale of Bailout Systems, who's going to highlight what his journey has been as a Venture Lab alum. Michael.
Thank you. This is a big day for you guys. I kind of want this focus to be on you, but I want to give you an update just so you can kind of see what's possible. Like I said, my name is Michael Ragsdale, founder and CEO of Bailout Systems. And today I want to show you kind of some of the resources that are available for you, what I did to kind of get to where I was. And actually, if you see where I started, it's kind of funny what you can do with all the resources here in this community. It's pretty amazing. So Bailout Systems is a technology company. Basically, we're revolutionizing the fall safety industry with a patented hands-free descent technology. We're not going to get too much into that. But my background, real quick, for the last 20 years, I served in the United States Navy as a deep sea diver. I was diving in Pearl Harbor and got this wild idea that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, finished out in Pearl Harbor diving in the shipyards, got accepted into the DAP program at the University of Cincinnati. And that's kind of where all this journey started. So before that, to give you a reference, so the military kind of explains why I went into the area and the problem I wanted to solve. But this is me at age 19 after falling off this cliff face at Red River Gorge. I fell 100 feet. Was in a hospital for three months, had to learn to walk again, and was in a coma, and had this crazy idea that I wanted to solve this problem. And so basically in DAP, it was a school project, I got involved with programs like this. This didn't exist at the time until towards the end of my education, unfortunately, because this is amazing. But we had this business cohort where we would go around and we won all these pitch competitions to fund the development. But you can see here, I started with a block of wood and nails and some string, and then we bootstrapped it. I got some engineers, but our big break was in 2020 when we got accepted into this program. And this was our first big round of funding. And you can see the jump. We went from strings and nails to the device you see there all the way on the right, and that is because of this program. So that's why I'm excited for you guys and want to make this less about what we've done and more about what's actually possible for you guys. And actually, I brought business cards. Any of you guys that are graduating or anybody that wants, take my business card. If you need any help like patents and stuff like that, please reach out. So this is where we are today. We developed the world's smallest hands-free rappelling device. And we thought we were solving this problem in the fire industry, but quickly realized that it's a patented platform technology that has dozens of applications. And so just recently, we were accepted in the G-Beta program right here in Cincinnati. It's a segment of generator. And I'm showing you this because you guys can actually apply for this as well, like next quarter. And this is a huge asset because they'll teach you guys how to get more money, because going where you guys are going, you're going to need funding. And so just this year, we've raised, I think it's $490,000. And Glide, that's another program. It's for Ohio-based companies. We got 150 from them. I learned how to raise convertible notes. It's a interesting way of earning or getting funding without having to get professional investors involved. 1819 again, I failed to mention, they gave us $215,000 back in 2020, and that funding literally got us to where we're at. So we got an additional 40. Main Street Ventures, that's another good one you guys can apply for. $10,000 this time around, and then you can get a follow-on of 30. And then Ohio State, their engineering department gave us 50. And so where we're at now, this industry leader vertical supply group, they want to use our technology to develop a device that will lower tree limbs hands-free, because there's a lot of injuries associated in the arbor market. Currently, you have to have a crew on the ground using pulleys to lower tree branches. When they saw what we developed, the light bulb turned on, and they quickly realized that they could use this to lower branches. And we did just that. This picture was taken in Maine 3 weeks ago. They used our prototypes. And that prototype there on the right, part of that was built right here in the ground floor. So just showing you the amazing resources you guys have here. But yeah, so we went there to Maine. They're locked in. Their Arbor group said that if we could make a couple of changes, that it would revolutionize their industry. And then this is the team. And I'm going to leave this up for you guys. If you guys need anything, please reach out. I have business cards here. I'll leave them here on this chair. If you guys have any questions about patents or funding or resources, let me know.
That was great. Wonderful. Thank you. Questions? Anyone have any questions for
yes,
Michael off the hand? I know it's been a long journey, but it's very fulfilling to see everything really happening really quickly now. I mean, you're making huge traction.
About time, right?
No.
It takes a while.
Great. It takes a long while. Yeah.
So when you mentioned about convertible notes, I've actually never heard of that. But like, could you tell us more about the convertible notes and like what is like the equity or whatever?
The technology and stuff?
Yeah.
In that, yeah. So I realized the backstory there was we started developing this for firefighters. My best friend, he was in the Navy with me. 6 firefighters jumped 4 stories out of a building in New York City, and 3 of them died, and 3 suffered lifelong injuries. And I was going through DAP, and he's like, quit designing toasters, use your experience and develop something, new. And so immediately I knew rock climbing, you got to get rid of the heavy rope, because he said they left it in the truck. So I thought I want to develop something that's never been done. And so I started researching induction technology. Have you guys ever been to a gym where you got the annoying instructor, the spin classes, like, make it harder to pedal? What you're doing is you're just taking magnets and putting it closer to a disc, an aluminum, or it has to be non-ferrous like copper. And when you spin that, it won't stop you, and there's no friction, but it creates drag. That's induction. So what I did is I took the technology that's this size, and we shrunk it down to something this size. And so our device, unlike most of the other devices, uses a 6mm line. I wanted to basically create some Batman, James Bond type stuff. So that's what we did. And it took a long time to figure that out. And I finally got engineers. So that would be another thing I'd say. Make sure you use your resources. Don't hoard or try to keep your idea to yourself. Get as much help as you can, because you'll get there a lot quicker and it'll be a lot more fun doing it. So good question though.
All right, thanks. Great presentation. Quick question for you. How did you, on getting those engineers, did you lead with funding or did you lead with your idea?
Lead with my idea.
Okay.
The way I always attract people is I tell people what I believe about the world, about what I'm trying to do, and you'll attract people who believe and want the same things. So this engineer that developed a lot of this was from MIT, and we met over coffee, and I told him, I said, I want to create something that no one's ever created. Well, in his mind right away, he's like, yeah, so do I. And so he spent hours, like just hours, driven to figure out this solution, and then brought his buddy on, and the 3 of us was able to create some pretty amazing things. So yeah, and I'm saying that because you guys are going to need people, but lead with that. Never lead with money. Everybody needs money, and you can find money anywhere. That's the beautiful thing about money. It's everywhere. But good ideas and people who believe what you believe, that's hard to find. So great question.
Any last questions for Michael? All right, let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Michael. I appreciate it. I'll keep them here. All right. Keep these up here if you want to grab Michael's card before you leave. We are going to readjust here. Let's see.
$2 a piece if you want a card.
All right. So sorry about this. We had to move some things around here. So close your eyes. Close your eyes. There we go. There we go. And we got physio.